Hi, what's up YouTube? Today I wanted to make a video just to talk about my diet. I don't like to really use the term diet, but I don't really have a better word for it because it's not a diet. I don't plan on, going back to old ways. This is a daily lifestyle for me. I've been vegetarian since March 2020. The reason why I prefer the term vegetarian over vegan, and it was not always that way. No, I was not always to prefer the term vegetarian over vegan. But the reason why I prefer the term vegetarian over vegan is because vegetarian is what it is. You eat vegetables. I'm not talking about the lacto and ovo vegetarians, and I was once that myself before. The reason why I don't like to use the term vegan is because, not for nothing, when most people hear the term vegan, it's a negative connotation or eyebrow raising or something like that to people. And not only that, a lot of vegans don't consume a lot of vegetables. They eat processed junk food, things with a bunch of chemicals in it, and those things aren't good for you. They're not good for us. But vegetarianism has been around since the dawn of times. Also with veganism, it's a whole other political movement behind it, and some of the things I just don't get down with personally myself. I love the earth. I care about the planet. I care about the people and the animals that are on it. I don't believe that anyone is above anyone. I believe that we're all interconnected with nature, stars, everything is all together, I believe in respecting all of God's kingdom, be that nature, be that celestial, be that animal, so on and so forth. I interchange the word actually in my daily day-to-day lifestyle, vegetarian and vegan, because for some folks it's just easier to connect the dots when I say vegan versus other people when I say vegetarian, and I explain to them that I don't eat X, Y, and Z. They understand. Some people don't get it, and it's not a big thing if you call me vegan or anything like that, but it's just I prefer the term vegetarian. You dig? But when I became a vegetarian, I'll even use the term vegan for this. When I became vegan, because that's exactly what I was at the time. I want to say it was in March 2020. And what made me do it was, we all know 2020, that was a year for some folks, you know what I mean? But at the time, it was the beginning of the pandemic. A few months prior to that, I had actually had this crazy stomach flu, and I have no idea to this day where it came from, how I got it. But with that, it kind of started to make me think a lot more about, my life, my daily habits, my weight. Yeah, I used to be close to 200 some pounds. So that was very, very stressful to me. And I wasn't always a big girl, you know what I mean? When I was younger, I was around about this size that I am right now, maybe a little bit more weight on me. So the pandemic hit. I lost my job. I lost control of a lot of things that I, thought I had under control. And, unfortunately at the time, I lost a job. Financially, I was, and it was just dang, what you gonna do, yo? You could, what I mean? What you gonna do? I was unhappy with my weight. I was unhappy with myself. I was just unhappy with my life. And it's all right, you could take this time. And so they told us, I think it was going to be 3 months. You could take this 3 months and just sit in the house and BS and continue the same, life that you've been living, but you're unhappy, you know? So what is it going to take to make you happy? You want to lose weight? I think you want to start there. It's pretty much as I'm telling myself. I didn't want to go out to the gym or just go outside and exercise or anything like that. And the reason why, it's it's silly now that I know, but the logical thought that I had in my head, nobody wants to see your fat ass bouncing up and down. Just stay your dumb ass in the house, you know what I mean? Didn't want the eyes on me or anything like that. So with that being said, I was like, you know what you can do? Listen, you cook for a living, you're a chef. Make your food. So with that mental break, that's what I call it. It was like a mental break. I pretty much decided to cut a lot of things out. I didn't just cut out meat, dairy, and eggs. No takeout, no dairy, no eggs, no meat, no animal byproducts other than honey. I did no takeout, no processed foods. I was not eating white bread, white rice. If I had carbs, they were complex carbs like sweet potatoes and plantains. When I wanted pasta, I did chickpea, black bean, or the red lentil pasta. And I just cooked for myself every day. Every day I was cooking for myself. Every day, every other day, going to the market. The only form of exercise that I really got at the time was riding my bike, and I rode my bike a fair long shared distance. So I wasn't just, being dormant, but I would say my daily exercise is like moderate, if that below moderate. I also worked out a couple times with some friends, but other than that, it wasn't anything that serious. And the weight started to, drop off me, but nothing all crazy. But then probably maybe 3 months in, I decided to stop drinking. And the reason why that was because pretty much it was just aid into a negative mindset, and it no longer became fun. It no longer was fun to me. So I was like, why you keep doing this to yourself? What's the point of you doing it? Stop drinking. I was a big lush, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I used to drink from sun up to sundown. You know what I mean? Let's party, let's get it. You know what I mean? And it was, so like I said, I started in March. It started off as just, all right, through the pandemic, whenever they decide to let us off of punishment, I'll go back to, eating meat and going back to the regular lifestyle, day-to-day things that I've been doing. But, as we know, 2020 didn't happen like that. So we stayed on lockdown longer than anyone expected. And through that time, I started to grow, I started to research, and I started to just, learn more. And vegetarianism resonated with me, and it still resonates with me. It helped me honestly change a lot of my bad habits. My whole life, I realized all I was doing was just surviving, and barely surviving at that. I'm just here, the same daily lifestyle that I've been doing since I don't know when. Not even just wake up, sleep. I will go out, party, work doubles, triples, whatever, then go straight to the bar, eating all crazy types of fried foods and just junk, process this, process that, and it just wasn't good for me. And it just beat me down on top of how I was feeling. But I'm being honest, it felt good to eat those things sometimes, but it wasn't good for me. And I had to really talk to myself and think, why do you keep doing this to yourself? Why do you eat these things that puts weight on you? It aids in your depression, it aids in your anxiety and all this other stuff. You eat things that aren't healthy for you. You're putting things into your body that are unhealthy. Why is that? Is it because you want to die? Is it because you want to kill yourself? And if that's the case, this is the slowest possible way you could do it, as I'm speaking to myself. And then I thought about it. It's like, dang, how could you want to die if you never lived? You never lived. All of my life, I've been just surviving. I'm not going to lie. I feel like I've just been surviving. And having that conversation with myself, I decided like, nah, we gonna do this, we gonna live. So I just buckled down on everything that I knew at the time and everything that I started to learn. A lot of things were intuitional. And then I said to myself and everyone, all right, whenever the pandemic's over, I'll go back to doing what I'm doing. And I did. I didn't. Birthday's in March. So every year for March, at the time, I did something called like, just basically a fast. And I fasted from all the things that I was gluttonous throughout the year and to give my body a fresh restart. So that would be meat, dairy, alcohol. So it wasn't something new to me. Like I said, I did it every year. I want to say for like the past 6, maybe 7 years or something like that. And dug into my mind on the things that I, knew how to cook and what to do. I already had the skills of doing it. I just had to eliminate certain things, For me, it was easy because, again, I'm a chef. That's what I do for a living. To others, I could see how that may be hard, but I still enjoyed some of the same dishes that I am and I was used to eating. And I still do enjoy that. It's just no meat or no animal byproduct on it. And honestly, everything tastes way better to me that way. The following year, I'm not even gonna hold y'all. In March, for my birthday, I went to this restaurant that I like, and I decided to eat some meat. The pandemic was over. I was just like, you know what? Let's go ahead and let's try it out. You did. But yeah, I went to this restaurant that I've been to before. I know the food is good. I know they cook good there. But as I'm sitting down and I'm eating this meal, everything just tastes off. It tastes bad. It tastes like decay. It tastes like death. And as I'm sitting there, I'm talking to myself like, what is this? Why are you eating this? I didn't have an answer. And I'm like, well, why does this taste like this? I know this doesn't taste like this because I've had this before. And then it just came to me like, I'm past it. I'm beyond it. I no longer need to eat this. So that moment right then and there, I made the decision, all right, I'm really about to, I'm going to continue with this lifestyle. During the transition of not eating meat and taking away carbs, sugar, processed food, my body went through a lot of changes, good and bad. I'm not gonna lie, when I first started eating vegan, I ate a lot of whole foods and just regular food. Majority of my stuff I made. I'm not gonna lie though, I wasn't eating the right things. So not only that, I had hair loss. I was going through it, but that's because I wasn't eating the right things. I wasn't eating my colors. What do I mean by eating my colors? Eating my colors just means to make sure you have a wide variety of fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains. You want to make sure that you're not constantly eating the same thing because everything doesn't give you the same amount of nutrients. But at the time, I didn't know anything about that. I just knew that I was losing the weight. I'm like, oh shit, I feel good. All of this is going on. And when I started to feel fatigued and sleepy, it's actually when I joined the gym. I joined the Muay Thai gym, and that was, man, it's amazing. I met some great people there. I got friends from the gym. Going and starting Muay Thai, I don't know if any of you have ever trained Muay Thai or even heard about Muay Thai. It's Thai kickboxing, and it is intense. It is a full body workout, like cardio and all of that, And every time, I was going probably like maybe 3-4 times a week. And every time after my sessions, I used to just be hit, pooped, wiped sometimes. I was drinking protein shakes and just little things here and there, but it wasn't working for me. So I had to do my due diligence on, all right, what is going on? Why am I so sleepy? And that's when I realized, all right, you know what? You need some carbs in your life. You need the complex carbs. You need them sugars. Your body is running on E. Like, this is crazy. You're killing yourself. And not only on top of the hair loss, and my locks before this, I actually wound up cutting it off. I went to a loctician and she's like, you have a protein deficiency. It's what makes your hair start to thin out. And she's like, did you change your diet? And that was around the time, I just did that dramatic cutting everything out. The reason why I cut everything out like that too cold turkey is because I know me. I know myself. Like, I cannot do meatless Mondays, no fried food Fridays. Like, I gotta stop it all completely. Now, I do not recommend that anybody does this, but if you know yourself, know yourself. Know what you can commit to, know what you can stick to. That's all I say. But anyway, so with that happening, I still was kind of eating off, but I started to learn and research more on nutrition, and I got it in order, needless to say now. Just due to improper diet, though, it wasn't because of the veganism, vegetarianism. It was because I was not eating the proper things. I wasn't getting enough greens. I wasn't eating enough protein, and not enough magnesium, and all of these things that we need on the daily. I just was not doing that. But now I no longer have those issues. I eat enough dark leafy greens, so I get the iron in, and I definitely get enough protein. And eating an unprocessed whole food diet, I felt like I could fly, yo. I felt like when I was walking, I was flying. If that makes any sense to anyone out there, and I don't care if it don't, I know what I mean. Like, literally, as I'm walking, I am flying. I feel so good. I feel so just like light. Like, honestly, I could touch the sky. And I know this was due to eating a whole food, unprocessed diet. Because I've had my relapses, rather than had my junk food here and there, the process, not even here and there. I done had my fair share of junk food and processed food and white bread and all this other stuff. I haven't had any meat or anything. I definitely had dairy, I definitely had eggs. I haven't had any meats. Well, I'm lying. I went to that restaurant that I told y'all about. But yeah, man, I just felt so good. I felt focused. I didn't have any mental fog. Just everything was clear. Everything was good. Then when I started to lax on my diet, I started to incorporate eggs and dairy and more processed food. At first I was fine, but then after a while it started to weigh on me, It started to weigh on me, not like gain weight or anything like that, but it affected my mood. It did affect my health, my stomach, all of that. So that's why I'm making the conscious decision to no longer consume dairy or eggs. Although I don't have a problem with dairy or eggs, I just no longer want to consume it. Not only with that, I no longer want to consume processed sugar or processed like flour, wheat, processed food in general. Now I know that is going to take some time, but for the last couple months, I'm not gonna lie, I've really been at it. Not only with that, I've just been researching and just really into books on nutrition, different herbs, vegetables, and how they coincide with the body, how to heal myself, and not only heal myself, heal others, because a lot of people don't know this. Your second conscious is in your gut. I really think it's your first conscious. If you can control somebody's stomach, you can control their mind. You're dead. Second conscious is in your gut. But fast forward to today, I feel great. I feel good. I'm back to, I'm not moody. I'm I'm happy. I ain't flying yet when I'm walking, but I know in due time, as I continue to detox my body and just adding this green veg, adding these vegetables, I'm gonna get back to, how I was feeling, not even how I was feeling, being even better, because now I'm really putting in the work. And instead of just, making, not that my meals were bad or anything like that, but there's so many different like life hack, nutrition hacks and stuff like that I do to my food that helps me get the boosted vitamins, minerals, and nutrition that I need for the daily day-to-day. And it's just it's so much that I know now that I did not know then. And I know 3 months from now, 2 months from now, a year from now, it'll be the same thing, because I'm always constantly growing and learning. I don't miss eating meat. It's just, I don't even think about it. Honestly, vegetables and grains, all of that good stuff, it's so good to me. I season it up, I know how to cook them, and it's good for my body. Like, so why would I go back? I just don't understand. I don't care if nobody else does it. I don't care if you don't want to eat your vegetables, if you don't want to live a different life. I don't care. I don't care to push it on you. I just care to talk about me, my testimony, and to inspire others that are going through it, or just to plant the seed. Because not for nothing, I know you hear me. That's just how it goes. It might not register right now, but one day that'll happen. And to each his own. And in due time, hopefully everybody does see it that way. If not, all I can do is control me and my world around me. That's it. Whatever makes you happy, go ahead and do it. Who am I to judge? Who am I to tell you to live another way? Because you can't tell me to live another way. It is what it is, I don't get butthurt when somebody eats meat around me. Don't get butthurt when people talk about meat. Like, it's just, it is what it is, Shit. Just because somebody says that they're vegetarian or vegan doesn't mean that they're healthy. Just like if somebody eats meat or pescatarian, it doesn't mean that you're healthy. What do you put in your body on a daily, on a regular? And my goal is just to be healthy. I don't believe I will ever go back to the life that I once lived. I'm too far gone, Yeah, so I was eating like real crazy, real reckless last week. I was eating, I had probably like 3 peanut butter and jellies last week. On multi-grain bread, lying to myself like, oh, that's okay, it's not that bad. Had some fruits and some veggies here. Man, after them 3 days, my head was hurting so bad. And that's because I was just pumping my body full of sugar, full of processed things. And prior to me eating all those things, I had just did this detox to get rid of all the processed chemicals and sugars and all that other stuff. So I just was putting myself through the ringer. And probably like, why would I do that? It's a mental thing. It's a mental thing for everything. We look for comfort. And fortunately, food is comfort. Sugar is comfort. Like I said, your second conscious is in your stomach. So you feel some type of way, first thing you do is go grab something to eat, grab something to munch on. And yeah, your choice of snacks does dictate what it is that's bothering you and stuff like that. You feel stressed out and you just start eating, And it's just it's a never-ending cycle. It feels like. But I know that I will break it. You'll hear me say, oh, you gotta get organic this, organic that. It's not to be bougie or anything like that. But here's the thing, 80% organic, 20% BS. So that means that with the organic fruits, vegetables, grains, whatever it is, it's grown organically, but they're still allowed 20% margin of error. You know, and to me that's a very huge percentage, but I'll take that versus the other stuff that we know are harmful to us, the insecticides, pesticides, and herbicides, and all types of sides. Man, them things ain't no good. And they spray it on our food, they put it in the soil, they put it in the water, and it's just, that's a video for another day, honestly. But anyway, if you like this video, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me and share it. Leave a comment. That's all I ask for. And I'll see y'all in the next one.